All right, welcome back to final exam prep for college algebra here. So we are looking at question number 7. You have to write the equation of a function, of a rational function that has vertical asymptotes at the line x equals -3 and x equals 4. There's a horizontal asymptote at y equals 3 and the y-intercept is 8. So let's go ahead and see if we can piece something together out of this. Okay. So what do we know? We know that x is equal to -3 and x equals 4. So we have vertical asymptotes rather here and here. We know that we have a horizontal asymptote at y is equal to 3. And when x equals 0, the rational function is equal to 8. Okay, let's see if we can do this. All right. So the first things to start with are the vertical asymptotes. Okay, this means that the denominator, right, has zeros at this point. Okay, so x equals -3 means that x plus 3 is a factor of the denominator. Okay, x equals 4 means that x minus 4, right, push it over to the other side, is a factor of the denominator. Okay, so right now what we have is x plus 3, x minus 4. That's what my denominator looks like. Okay, that's great. So what about the numerator? Well, we have a horizontal asymptote. So here's my denominator. Okay, here's my numerator. Here's my, All right, now since we have a horizontal asymptote at y equals 3, we only get a horizontal asymptote when the degree of the top and the bottom are the same. So the degree of the numerator and degree of denominator must be equal. What is the degree of the denominator? Well, the degree of the denominator is 2. So there has to be an x squared up on the top here, okay? Because that's the only way we're going to get a horizontal asymptote that isn't 0. Well, a horizontal asymptote of 3, and it's the ratio, right, of the leading coefficients. So if I multiply this out, right, we get x squared. What is this going to be? Minus x minus 12, right? This is a 1. Leading coefficient here is a 1. So the ratio has to be 2. Or no, 3, sorry, 3. So that has to be a 3. All right. So we have that. Next thing to deal with is the fact that we have a, what are we looking at here? Excuse me. When x equals 0, r is equal to 8. Excuse me. Okay. So if I plugged in 0 all over this, right, we get 0 over, and I don't even really care what this is. We have 0 plus 3, 0 minus 4, and this has to be 8. Well, how can we make this 8, right? I mean, right now I've got 0 over some stuff. That's not going to do anything for me, right? I'm just going to get 0. Well, what if we add something? Right? What if we add something to that? So now I've got b over -12 is equal to 8. Go ahead and multiply that, right? So we get b is equal to 8 times -12, which is -96. So b should be -96. That way if I put a 96 in here, this is going to be a 12. We're going to get an 8 when we're done. So my function, r of x, is equal to x squared minus 96 over x plus 3, x minus 4, right? And we should be all set. Okay. Beautiful. So that's how you do one of those. I mean, it looks a lot scarier than it is. On your final, I didn't give you an oblique asymptote to deal with because we don't really talk too much about we don't really talk too much about them in the class. If we had a horizontal asymptote of 0, then this would be a smaller number, right? The degree here in the numerator would be smaller than a degree in the denominator. So at that point, you could say, well, it's not anything, right? It's just 0 up here plus b, which is fine. You could put an x in there, and it wouldn't be wrong, right? And there's no way you could tell. So I would probably just go with a b up here rather than like an ax plus b, because you don't know what the a is going to turn out to be. But I didn't give you enough information to do that. So if you put something in there, then there's nothing I could do. I mean, alternatively, I guess you could kind of have done something here where you could do like a 2x plus 6, and then over here we'd have to have a 6 over 2 or something. Oops, sorry. We need that 3 there, don't we? Yes, we do. Okay. So I'm glad I kind of double checked it a little bit. Okay. So, but that's how you do those. Okay. They're not quite as scary as they look. All right. So good luck with that, and I will be back in a little bit with the next one.